What's up, everybody? Garrett back here, and what I want to showcase today is something I've been waiting for quite a while. Something when I heard was announced, I needed to jump on this thing. I want to unbox and showcase this for you guys today, and it is the brand new 4K box set from the 98-pound solid nerd to the Toxic Avenger. What I've got here is the brand new Toxic Avenger 4K UHD collection from Troma. And man, when I heard this was coming out, I was stoked. I haven't opened it yet. I want to do it with you guys. I want to see exactly what we're getting in here. I want to show you exactly what we're getting in here. And the last time that I had a box like this was the famous DVD Tox box. This thing was really loved by horror fans when it came out. This one was missing Citizen's Toxy, but what you did get in this one was the series of the Toxic Crusaders, which was super cool. I don't know if this is going to have that in there. I didn't hear it did. So if you have this, this might be worth keeping just specifically for that. But what I do know about this is this was restored by Vinegar Syndrome, which is a huge deal. Vinegar Syndrome does such an awesome job with their upgrades, and they took it from the camera negatives on all four of these films. So you got Troma, you got Toxic Avenger, and you got the restoration by Vinegar Syndrome. We are in for a treat with this one. So if you're not familiar with Toxic Avenger, it's an 80s series of movies, except obviously Citizen Toxy, but it's about Tromaville, New Jersey. And the Toxic Avenger is born when there's a nerd or a geek that works at a gym named Melvin that falls into toxic waste from being bullied around at the health club where he works. And basically becomes a jacked superhero named Toxy that wants to protect Tromaville. So again, let's check this out. I'm going to unbox this now. You got four kind of standalone discs in here, which is really cool with this outer, box here. So I guess it's 8 discs. So you do get the 4Ks, you do get Blu-rays as well. So again, here's the front here. As you can see, you see the Toxic Avenger. You see Toxy on the front. It says the Toxic Avenger Collection, TA in 4K. You got the spine here. Same thing. Toxic Avenger says Troma at the top, TA in 4K. You're going to get the back. It's going to tell you all the different movies in there. You get all 4 of the Toxic Avenger movies. And like I said, you do get them in these little standard cases. So I'm going to kind of go through them here first. There's a postcard of some kind in here. It's just got Lloyd on there. It says, "We love you now more than ever." Very, very cool. It's got them back in the day. That's awesome. That's cool. Wow. So then you get the 4 discs here. You get the 4 discs. They come in those black cases. Again, you know me. There's one thing I'm a little bit picky about when it comes to releases, and it's silly, but I hate the banners. I hate the banners on discs, on slipcovers. I just don't like it. See at the top here how it's got that gold banner that tells you that it's 4K HD and Blu-ray. Like, we know this. On the spine of the box, it says it. On the spine over here, it says it. Do we need gold banners? Do we need silver banners on all these titles? I don't think so. I think it kind of ruins the image. It kind of ruins the poster art or whatnot. That's just me. It's just a pet peeve I have with a lot of these releases, is just having these little banners on the top. Maybe it's no big deal to you. It is pretty cool. It says TA in 4K kind of on the top like that. But you got the original poster art here. Maybe there's reversible cover art. I don't know. So we're going to bring it in. No, there is not reversible cover art, but it is 2 discs here, as you can see. You've got the 2 discs. Boom. Awesome. So very, very cool. You got the 4K. You got the Blu-ray here. And on the back of the first one, this is that 1984 original film here. But what I find interesting on this, it actually doesn't tell you any features on the back at all. It just shows you kind of like artwork on the back, and it tells you a little bit about the story. Kind of an odd choice because it doesn't tell you that on the box either. So I know it's going to be on here. There's some commentaries. There's a featurette with the dude who played Melvin, who talks about the Toxic Avenger. You get the unrated cut on this. So I know these are in here. But it's just very interesting that you don't know what's in here until you put these discs in and find out. But I do know there's a lot of commentaries, featurette on this one, and you get the unrated cut. So very, very cool. This movie is an awesome movie. If you haven't seen the Toxic Avenger, super cool, super cheesy, just pure 80s. And it was so cool and popular in a way. There actually was a cartoon, like I said, that came out back in the day called the Toxic Crusaders, which I watched heavily as a kid. And they had toys and stuff like that, which is just a very interesting that they did that for a B horror movie. All right, so again, now you get Toxic Avenger Part 2. So as you get the cover art there is like the original poster art. And the same thing, the back, it's almost like you just got almost like a VHS back, basically. Doesn't tell you any of the features on here. Inside, you do get the 2 discs as well. Pictures on the disc, you get the 4K, you get the Blu-ray there. But again, it's just interesting because, again, even when I look at the back here, there's a lot of like different things like follow Troma on these formats, or here's an ad for Troma now. There's a lot of Troma like hashtags and where to follow them and stuff, but nowhere does it really say anything about Vinegar Syndrome on here. Sometimes you'd always see if they did the transfer, they might throw their logo on there or something. I don't see it on the back of these. I'm trying to see if it's on the disc or anything like that. It doesn't say that on the discs either. I'm surprised it doesn't, because I know in the past they've done stuff like that. I'm gonna look at the first one again. No, I don't see anything about Vinegar Syndrome on here, but they did do the transfers. I know that much for a fact, but it's interesting that it wasn't advertised. There's just Troma advertising on there. Part 3, same thing. You've got the cover art there, and then you've got the back. And I'm gonna look down at the back. No, nothing different here. Now inside, you get the discs as well. So you get those pictures, the Blu-ray, the 4K. And the last one is Citizen Toxy. So again, this one came out, I think later, like maybe 2000 this one came out. I'm gonna see if it says it on here, but I'm pretty sure it came out in 2000. Yeah, it did, 2000. This was a lot later because these ones came out in the 80s. This one came out in the 2000s. But yeah, this is Citizen Toxy. Again, you get the backs, kind of get that same, like I said, almost VHS style artwork on the back where it doesn't really show you anything but just tells you about the movie. Like I said, down here there's a strip, which is just a lot of marketing for Troma. And then inside you do get the 2 discs, the Blu-ray, the 4K. Now, I do know with all of these, you're getting a lot of audio commentaries, a lot of them. And then you're also getting some featurettes. Like the first one, you've got that featurette with Melvin or Mark, who plays Toxy. You have a featurette with him talking about the movie. And then these ones, you get more of like Troma style featurettes. But you do get a lot of commentaries and stuff like that. Just like I said, very, very interesting that they're not showing you those on the backs of these. And again, my other kind of, not complaint, but it's interesting that it doesn't really mention Vinegar Syndrome anywhere on here, which, again, I think from a selling standpoint, Vinegar Syndrome is just very kind of hot right now. And if someone picked this up in the store and wanted to look at it, and they saw on the bottom, restored by Vinegar Syndrome, like, that's enough for someone to buy this because they know they're going to get some top quality stuff here when it comes to the picture and stuff like that. So just a very interesting choice that they didn't add that to it. And like I said, showcase the backside of these discs with all the features that you're getting, because again, you don't see it here either. So for someone who's really into that stuff, picking this up off the shelf, you have no idea what you're going to get. But like I said, there are features on here. It was remastered by Vinegar Syndrome, and I'm super happy to have this, and I cannot wait to dig into these because, again, what I think they could do with the quality of these movies is going to be mind-blowing, because Toxic Avenger was never a great looking movie as far as the quality, but what they can do and clean these things up, this might give this whole franchise a whole new experience for me. So really looking forward to checking these out in 4K, and definitely let me know if you think about picking this one up. I will leave a pre-order link down in the comments below if you guys want to snag this thing off Amazon. It does come out, I think, October 24th, I believe, and that's when you're gonna be able to get your hands on this thing, like at stores and on Amazon and stuff like that. But Toxic Avenger Collection, something I recommend definitely grabbing, especially if you've never seen this before, and especially if you're a fan of this franchise, because I think this is the best it's ever going to look. And I'm going to circle back on one of my live shows once I start watching these and let you guys know exactly how the picture quality is. So with that being said, make sure you hit subscribe down below so you don't miss that when I talk about this and tell you exactly how the picture quality looks before this is released. So give this video a thumbs up. I hope to see you guys in my next one. And this is Garrett at Born to Be Rad. And like always, stay